What is up? Just notice I'm not centered. This is the inspector with more reactions. And I'm going to do another WatchMojo video, another top 10. And the only reason I'm doing this one is because this is the top 10 best superhero crossovers. Did I get that title right? Greatest superhero crossovers. And if you know anything about me, you will know I have a huge weakness for crossovers. Whether it be superheroes, music, just two great titans getting together to do some cool shit, it gets me every time. I'm sorry. I wish there were good anime crossovers. Close thing we got is Jump Force, and that is like at best. But without further ado, let's see if this list is good and if I agree with it or not. This might be a long one, so because it's hard to, just let the video play through without commenting. I'm sorry. But without further ado, let's just get into it. And we're gonna big it up and let's go.
Okay, Spidey. Next time, use the front door.
I think this was the first superhero crossover I've seen, and oh my god, it's one of my favorite 90s Spider-Man episodes when he when he teamed up with the fucking X-Men and they used all the original voiceover cast, the whole original voiceover cast from the X-Men TV show. I mean, they were drawn very, very weird, but it was still a good episode.
Well, what do you know? Put out flypaper, catch a spider, make one wrong move. Please. And you're shish kebab.
Welcome to WatchMojo, and today we'll be counting down our picks for the top 10 superhero TV crossovers.
You guys, this is my cousin Clark. I'm so glad you get to meet.
Your cousin? That cousin? The super cousin?
Oh, please, call me Clark.
For this list, we'll be looking at the best occasions where superpowered beings from one or more different TV shows teamed up. Since we'll be talking about plot details, beware of major spoilers ahead. Was there a superhero TV team-up that we couldn't reach in time? Let us know in the comments below. Number 10, 4 Marvel superhero shows, The Defenders.
Jessica Jones, stop talking.
Hi.
I'm glad this is at the bottom of the list because Defenders, I was so looking forward to the Defenders, and it was like the age of Ultron on TV. Something that could have been done way better, but just dropped the ball. But didn't suck. But it kind of dropped the ball a little bit. Just a little bit though. It was mostly the editing. I could not stand the transition to that in those fucking episodes.
This is over.
Who the hell are you?
My name is Matthew Murdoch. I'm your attorney.
While the Marvel Netflix series didn't initially do a lot of MCU crossovers, 4 of their shows came together for an action-packed miniseries called The Defenders. In this short program, Daredevil, Jessica Jones, Iron Fist, and Luke Cage team up to battle the Hand.
Uh-oh.
And this is the worst hallway fight scene. I swear to God.
Watching the quartet of heroes and their supporting casts interact with each other was a ton of fun. And whether
It
they were
was
fighting
fun,
enemies
but
or each other, the action was pretty solid throughout the miniseries. While the villain's plot to gain a mysterious power wasn't groundbreaking, it was a fun excuse to get the heroes together. Here's hoping they'll team up again in a future MCU project.
I dedicated my life to this fight. You need me. We all need each other.
Number 9, Danger and Thunder, Henry Danger. A
Never
Nickelodeon
seen
crossover event featured a meeting between heroes from the superhero shows Henry Danger and the Thundermans.
Telekinetic powers, freeze breath, female. Are you the daughter of Thunderman?
Yeah.
Freebie!
It's Phoebe.
During an extended episode of Henry Danger, Chloe and Max Thunderman demonstrate their skills to fellow heroes. Although only the Thunder twins make an appearance, it's still a great crossover.
Jiminy Jew! It's this stupid kid again!
That's right. I mean, I'm not stupid, but I am here.
Wow, they hold the Defenders. They really hold the Defenders. It wasn't that bad to be ranked lower than this.
Dropping both an aspiring hero and an aspiring villain into the world of Henry Danger leads to plenty of comedic superpowered hijinks. This includes everything from the usual saving people to going undercover among the antagonists.
That third muchacho just foot kicked me right in my hand.
I'm not a muchacho. I'm not even Canadian.
While these heroes may not be as well known as some others, their team up is still dangerously, thunderously enjoyable. Number 8, Hawkeye versus Kingpin. Hawkeye.
Well, that's the guy I've been worried about this whole time.
God, I loved Hawkeye.
While the idea of Marvel Netflix characters jumping over to the MCU used to be fantasy, that all changed during Hawkeye. The last 2 episodes revealed that the man behind New York City's tracksuit mafia is none other than Wilson Fisk, aka Kingpin. The massive criminal mastermind was a fan-favorite villain when he appeared on Daredevil. So, simply seeing him alongside MCU characters was cause for celebration among many.
An Avenger,
including me,
has taken an outsized...
And a lot of people say this Kingpin was kind of watered down, but honestly, Vincent D'Onofrio still sells this shit, bruh. I just had questions like, how the fuck this thing got out of jail, and is it really connected to Daredevil? I don't know. Hopefully, they explain that shit in the Daredevil series that's gonna be on Disney Plus, which I very hope, so hope it doesn't suck. Oh, please God, don't let it suck.
interest in our operations, and the Bishop woman. She thinks that she can quit her job as if she works for Goldman Sachs.
Damn, he's good.
Proves as manipulative and charismatic as ever. Not only does he play both heroes and villains, but he gets a fight scene with aspiring Hawkeye Kate Bishop.
Where you going, big guy?
You're in over your head.
Beat that bitch ass, by the way.
While the show concludes with a cliffhanger on whether Kingpin survives, we have a feeling he'll heal and make more dominating appearances soon.
Sometimes family doesn't see.
Oh, I like to think he took that bullet. I like to think he really did shoot him in the head, and this motherfucker's gonna come back anyway. I mean, Punisher was shot in the head, and he lived. So, is it that much of a stretch for Kingpin to be shot in the head and lived? I mean, I'm just saying. That's what I think they're gonna do. But you know, they can prove me wrong if they want to. They're not gonna kill the Kingpin. Come on. I like that he was
Number
really
7,
shot.
World's Finest.
Best Supergirl episode of the first season. And Supergirl is ass. But World's Finest, this was like the second Supergirl episode that I've seen. And honestly, this was the first time I really saw Grant Gustin play the Flash. And I know this is around Flash season 2. And Flash season 1 was not bad. It was actually pretty good. But to have Flash from the comics, this was the closest Grant Gustin's got to Flash from the comics, in my opinion.
Back when Supergirl and The Flash were on separate networks, Barry Allen breached the barrier between channels and realities when he ran into the heroine's world.
I didn't need you to save me.
You just fell from a skyscraper, so if I hadn't been there, you would have gone splat.
I have to
Sure,
go
crack
back to
player.
the city.
Okay.
After catching a falling car Danvers, the duo become fast friends. The two quickly decide to take on a pair of villains threatening civilians.
What do you say we step away from the nice lady? Settle this like women.
See, that was comic book. That was a comic book Flash line. My only problem with the episode is that I know Flash was a guest character, but he really didn't even do shit against these villains, and they kind of fucked up Silver Banshee. Just saying. I mean, he was kind of just knocked off to the side. Supergirl actually ended up saving the day. It just made me ask myself, why in the fuck was he in the episode in the first place? But Grant Gustin is very charismatic as Barry Allen. I just wish he wasn't drawn very shittily in his own show.
What?
And Supergirl still sucks, by the way.
More you guys here than me.
Their chemistry together is positively infectious throughout the episode. Fortunately, their similar power sets complement each other just as well. Kara even helps Barry go fast enough to get back home.
On your marks.
Get set.
Go.
This was just the start of what would become a long and enduring friendship. Light, breezy, and exciting, World's Finest is as fine a crossover as you would want. Number 6, Cloak and Dagger meet the Runaways. Runaways.
Who are you?
What the hell have you done?
Runaways and Cloak and Dagger are a pair of the most underrated Marvel live-action shows. In this
Especially Cloak and Dagger.
crossover episode, all these teen heroes finally get to shine together. Cloak and Dagger instantly fits right in amongst the teenage runaways.
I'm Tandy. This is Ty. We're just tagging along to prevent a dimensional cataclysm.
And we know how it feels to lose someone you love.
Well, I don't really know.
Even though they only have a single episode together, the heroes from both shows form great connections and help with character development.
Alex, do you remember us?
Of course I remember you guys. I don't remember them. Should I know them?
No. We just came along to help.
With Cloak and Dagger's help, the Runaways rescue a friend of theirs from the Dark Dimension. Their adventure together concludes with the Runaways promising to aid their new allies if they're ever in trouble.
Will we see you again? I think so. Maybe you guys can come help us next time. Deal.
Please, God, just give me Cloak and Dagger season 3. Disney Plus, come on, you bullshit, you're bullshitting with me, Disney, right now, okay? You're bullshitting. Give me Cloak and Dagger season 3. Cloak and Dagger would fit so great on Disney Plus. You don't have to water it down. You can have Cloak and Dagger in New York. Just get the same writers, same creators, and give me Cloak and Dagger season 3. Oh my God.
While the cancellation of both shows makes another team-up unlikely, their initial crossover is still one we'll never forget. Number 5, World's Finest, Superman the Animated Series.
And
Thanks
this
to a
was
great
my
group of
shit.
episodes of the 90s Superman cartoon, we got to see what happens when the Blue Boy Scout meets the Dark Knight.
I heard you were crazy. I didn't think you were stupid. Bruce Wayne. You peaked.
The two of them predictably don't get along at first. Along the way, they discover each other's secret identities. Bruce Wayne puts the moves on Lois Lane, and the heroes get into each other's ways. But when the Joker teams up with Lex Luthor, the two of them put their differences aside to defeat their common enemies.
It's over, Joker.
It hasn't begun, Soupy!
He's gotta be kidding.
It's a fantastic crossover team-up that still holds up well. While Batman
really
and
does.
Superman make for an excellent team, the Joker and Lex Luthor have some diabolical banter too.
Yeah, Son Lee.
Put him down, Baldy!
Mercy. Love that.
Punch in the face.
Can't we discuss this like gentlemen?
Bringing together all these comic icons made for a terrific animated saga. Number 4, Daniel Souza joins S.H.I.E.L.D. Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.
Arrest that man, whoever he is. Arrest.
Agent Sousa. Wow, big fan.
The 1940s set Agent Carter was another Marvel show that was canceled too soon. Thankfully,
Really?
one of its breakout characters, Daniel Souza, got a second chance on Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.
You're giving me names. How about telling me what group you're with? Nobody has aeronautics like this. Not Langley. Definitely not S.H.I.E.L.D.
Our outfit's off the books. You've never heard of it.
Best we keep it that way.
Must be way off the books.
You have no idea.
During S.H.I.E.L.D.'s final season, agents that operated in the 21st century encounter Sousa in the past. They save him from his fated death and bring him along for further adventures in the future.
What's that?
This is a phone. But only old people use it for calls.
How did you do that?
While Sousa has trouble adapting to future eras, he fits in perfectly with the S.H.I.E.L.D. team. His chemistry and romantic tension with Daisy Johnson is particularly great, and Sousa proves he's more than a glorified cameo by becoming a key member of the team.
New Degree Advanced with 72-hour non-stop protection. Tested to the limit and proven.
Number 3, Crisis on Earth X, Arrowverse. During Crisis on Earth X, heroes...
I agree. Crisis on Earth X was probably Crisis on Infinite Earth was the best Arrowverse crossover, but Crisis on Earth X, that would be my number two. That would be my number two. With Invasion being number three and Elseworlds being at the very, very shit bottom. No, I'm sorry. The Flash Armageddon crossover is at the shit bottom. That was some bullshit right there.
From Supergirl, The Flash, Legends of Tomorrow, and Arrow team up to battle Nazis who have invaded from the titular Earth X. To make matters worse, some of the villains are dark versions of the heroes we know and love.
Peace is overrated.
Oh, you've got to be kidding me.
Nazis?
I hate Nazis.
This crossover had plenty of unexpected team-ups and cameos, and every single one of the action scenes delivers.
Is Crisis on Infinite Earths going to be number one? Or the Flash? Or is it going to be the Flash and Arrow crossover? I'm not sure.
What
Let's
makes
see.
this huge event stand out is that the story had lasting consequences for several of its shows. Not only was there a major character death, but multiple couples got married amidst the chaos.
I now pronounce you husband and wife. Please, kiss your brides.
That was so fucking cringe.
This epic live-action event was a superb demonstration of how high Arrowverse collaborations could soar. Number 2, The Mutant Agenda / Mutant's Revenge, SpiderMan.
Who are you guys anyway?
I love this episode.
You seem kind of cute.
That's
in
a very good
sort of
two-parter.
way. Maybe y'all will tell me what you're up to.
After Spider-Man discovers he has a progressive mutation, he turns to experts on mutants, the X-Men. Unfortunately, the webhead isn't a fan of Xavier's team at first.
Guess the ride's over.
Not for you, it ain't.
Enough! What do you want here? I came to see you, Professor Charles Xavier.
Although they can't help him with his problem, they all come together when they encounter Herbert Landon. This hateful villain is determined to stamp out mutants for good. During the story, Landon becomes the thing he hates. The X-Men battle several of Spider-Man's rogues gallery, and there's great banter.
You sure showed him.
Shut up, you puny little geek.
The mutants fit in seamlessly with Spidey and his cast of villains. Seeing the animated X-Men series cross over with Spider-Man was awesome back then, and it's still awesome now.
I fucking called it. The number one was Crisis on Infinite Earths. I fucking called it. I don't know if I agree with that though. I think it should be the Avengers. Yeah, the first superhero movie crossover. It's still a crossover. They blended all those movies together. Yeah, LO. So I disagree with their number one, and I disagree with their number 10. Their number 10 should have been that, whatever the fuck that was. And number 9 should have been Defenders.
Number 1, Crisis on Infinite Earths, Arrowverse. Crisis on Infinite Earths raised the bar for what superhero TV crossovers could be. During the epic story, heroes from every Arrowverse show teamed up to defeat the Anti-Monitor before he destroys everything. Along the way, they visit other universes for backup.
Holy crimson skies of death!
This allowed the special to feature cameos from the 60s Batman, 90s Flash, the DCEU, Smallville, and more. Even the legendary animated Batman actor Kevin Conroy appears.
Yeah, that was epic.
I don't wear that again.
You understand how many people, how many worlds are going to die?
If they're anything like this world, maybe that's for the best.
The crossover also has far-reaching effects.
There must end. There's the beginning.
Outside of featuring the deaths of one of the founding Arrowverse heroes, it merges multiple Earths so that the 6 of the shows would take place in one reality.
I know you must be confused. I was too. But it happened. It all happened.
It's not just one of the best superhero TV crossovers, it's one of the best crossovers, period. Did you enjoy this video?
I did enjoy the video, but really not even going to mention the Avengers, huh? I'm not even talking about all the other Avenger movies. Just the first Avengers. That should have been your number 1. Just saying. You know I'm changing the ending to my last video because I just noticed that top 10 WatchMojo was for TV superhero crossovers, not movies. And I kept saying, the Avengers should have been number one, but that was never on TV. So I guess I do agree with their number one. I'm gonna kick myself later on for this, but I can't think of a better TV show superhero crossover than you know, Crisis on Arrow versus Crisis on Infinite Earths. So if you like that video, please like, comment, subscribe, follow me on social medias. Links are in the description. And if you made it this far, just know you are awesome and don't let anyone tell you different.